Presidential Poll Tribunal. Parties disagree as court rules on live broadcast today. Ahead of today's ruling on the application for live transmission of the proceedings of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, the People Democratic Party, Labour Party, and the All Progressive Congress have disagreed over the need for the hearing to be broadcast by the media. And we know this has been happening for some days now. The court said it will grant the petition of Labour Party and PDP on live broadcast. APC also agreed that it's going to dance to the tune of the court, that whatever the court demands, it's going to adhere to it and obey because of democracy. But now, I don't know why the APC made a U-turn, saying that it would never agree to live broadcast. It can be reported that Shettima, the incoming vice president, said it's shambolic, that it's childish, that it is uncalled for. Why will there be live broadcast? Well, why will Shettima say this? I think the reasons are best known to him. Is there any problem in live broadcast? Is there any faults, or why? Do we have anything to hide? Live broadcast? Will other countries laugh at us? Is that the reason why Shettima and APC are against live broadcast? Or are they trying to hide something that must not be known to Nigerians? These are many questions, and one that need answers. The PDP and Labour Party on Sunday said that live telecast of the court sittings would remove any doubts about the transparency of the judiciary and promote fairness, but APC argued that it will not advance the cause of justice. The PDP and its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar, who came second behind the president-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the February 25, 2023 election, had prayed that the tribunal to broadcast its sittings live to Nigerians to enable them to have first-hand information of the processes that would guide the tribunal in determining the authentic winner over the contest. Atiku and the PDP, in an application dated May 5, filed by their counsel, Chris Uche, senior advocate of Nigeria, specifically prayed to the court for an order directing the court's registry and the parties on modalities for admission of media practitioners and their equipment into the courtroom. Yeah, this has been dated for some days now, and it was accepted. Now, the last minute, the APC are kicking against it. Why? Because they say it's uncalled for. They should let it happen, and if they have concrete evidence to defend themselves, they're fine. They will defend themselves, and the court of law, we have its final verdict on this. Now, Atiku is going to Supreme Court this week because he's not satisfied with Tribunal. Although the Tribunal has yet to decide, it's taking time to decide on live telecasts to Nigerians, or it should be scrapped. Anyway, we hope for the best, and personally, I hope that you live telecast, and this should be open to Nigerians. The Labour Party and the standard bearer, Peter Obi, filed a similar application through their lead counsel, Awakalu, senior advocate of Nigeria, in which they argued that Nigerians being stakeholders have a right to have real-time information about the election petition proceedings. Yeah, this is correct. However, the Independent National Electoral Commission, the President-elect, and the ABC vehemently opposed the application, describing it as frivolous. I don't know why INEC is saying that it's frivolous. Is INEC now siding APC? No wonder the Labour Party and PDP are saying that APC, the ruling party, really made use of INEC, in which the election was so shambolic. And INEC is also having to say that they don't want a live telecast. It's like something is fishy. That's the truth. Something is being hidden, because I know that the PDP and Labour Party, they've really got maybe a concrete evidence in which we are not saying that everything did not win, but there were some things that were not right in the election. There was a lot of discrepancies that were not correct. Sincerely, it's obvious to people in Nigeria that the election wasn't free and fair. Fine, either it is favorable to any party or it is unfavorable to any party. It was not free and not fair. It was obvious, it was televised. Some people stole ballot boxes. Ballot boxes were destroyed. A lot of votings were changed. Fine, imagine. And we say we have security. Let PDP, let Labour Party have a live telecast. They should tender whatever they have, the partition. And APC, surely we have its defense on that. And the Tribunal or the Supreme Court, we have the final say. They argued that the application relates to policy formulation of the courts, which is under the PEPC's jurisdiction as constituted. Counsel for the APC, Lateef Fagbemi, asked the court not to concede the request to turn the court into a Big Brother electoral series. Counsel for PDP, Lateef Fagbemi, how is it likening the live telecast to Big Brother? It's a bit different. Fine, it's a live proceeding where you have first-hand information, but this is a serious matter. The counsel to the president-elect, Wale Oladipo, senior advocate of Nigeria, noted that the live broadcast, if approved, would expose both the judges and lawyers to a danger, while the counsel to INEC, Abubakar Mahmood, senior advocate of Nigeria, argued that the application was needless since already the court is a public place and is accessible to all, subject to the availability of space. This is a lie. Nobody can just go to the tribunal. This is a lie. It's not accessible to all. It's accessible to some specific set of people. We are not talking of local courts, our courts that we have in our local government. We are talking of tribunal. Nobody can just go. I mean, can't we even talk about the security? Can't we even talk about the prominent people that will be there? So this person didn't do his own work well. That's the truth. After hearing the argument from all the parties last Thursday, the court reserves a ruling on the application to Monday, that is today. But speaking on the issue ahead of the ruling, Obi is insisting on the live broadcast of the court proceedings. Obi, who spoke to our correspondent through his media aide, Emeka Obasi, urged the tribunal to rule in favor of his application in the interest of transparency and democracy. He said, "We're in the modern age where transparency is required. An election is being disputed by 4 political parties. To be fair and fair equity, it's very much expected that processes are streamed live for people to follow. We are talking about over 20 million Nigerians. The courtroom cannot even contain that 1,000 people. Every interested Nigerian should be given the access to see for himself or herself the proceedings of the most important ruling in the history of the country. So, if we are practicing democracy, the tribunal, yes, must give us a live telecast, and this must be acceptable and must be accessible to all Nigerians. The tribunal has nothing other than to approve the live streaming. It will be said."